alternatives, or in a sense, dupes. I do have a perfume that I think is the perfect dupe for Chance Eau Tendre. Now, as you know, I love this fragrance here, which is Chance Eau Tendre, and this is the Eau de Toilette version, the EDT. And I wanted to share with you guys, if you were looking to dupe this fragrance, or you like this DNA or this perfume style, I have a few recommendations for you. The perfumes I have here are from my collection that I find very similar to Chance Eau Tendre, and I think that's probably the reason why I have these perfumes, because it has a similar character or perfume style, and notes are very similar. If you're a fan of Chance Eau Tendre, leave me a comment down below. If you haven't tried this perfume, this is your fruity floral fragrance from Chanel, and this is a part of a whole collection called the Chance collection. And this version is a blend of some citrus notes, so it's a bit fruity in the opening, and then in the heart you have some florals, and then you have some wood and amber in the base. Chance Eau Tendre opens up with some quince notes and some grapefruit. In the heart of this perfume we have jasmine and hyacinth, and it dries down into the base of iris, cedar, musk and amber. And this is a beautiful perfume. It's quite light, it is feminine, it is a very dainty, airy perfume, but I think it makes a great daytime or a signature scent, especially during the summer and the spring seasons. So Chance opens up really fresh, really fruity, girly. Now, the fruity notes in this perfume, it opens up with grapefruit and quince, so it's not a sweet fruit, it's a little bit more on the citrus side, which makes it more bright, invigorating and fresh. And it doesn't have a sharpness to it, so it's a well-balanced grapefruit with quince. Quince is a little bit fibrous and green, it's not as sweet and fruity. It gives a pear-like feel to this perfume. And then in the heart is that jasmine and hyacinth. The mid-notes of this fragrance are very floral and dainty, and I love the dry down of this perfume. The first fragrance I'm comparing is Givenchy's Irresistible, and this is the EDP version, so the Eau de Parfum formula. Now this is a sweet take on Chance Eau Tendre. So if you are a big fan of this one here and you're looking for a version that's very similar but it's sweeter, then I do recommend this one here. Irresistible opens up with pear and musk, and then you have rose and iris in the heart. Irresistible dries down to musk and cedar. The reason why these two are extremely similar, they both contain iris, musk, and they have that pear and quince note. So this one has that sweet pear, this one has a crisp quince note. When I compare the two, the dry down is very similar. Irresistible is a sweeter take on the Chance Eau Tendre here. Irresistible opens up with that pear note that mimics that quince in Chance Eau Tendre, but this one has a rosy heart and iris, which is very similar to Chance Eau Tendre in the sense that it contains iris. And the dry down, you have the cedar and musk, so it's a very soft, sweet perfume with rose, and it's really nice. It's a beautiful fragrance you can wear all year round. So guys, when I first tried these perfumes, I was shocked, really shocked on how similar they are. They're not dupes, they're not identical, but they share a same or a very similar perfume style. So if you like something that's dainty, a little bit fresh, floral but sweet, then I do recommend these. And they're both very feminine perfumes. I would say the longevity and the performance is much more long-lasting than my Chance Eau Tendre. This one I can receive maybe up to 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours, and it's a beautiful perfume that radiates really nicely. But when you spray this fragrance, you get this burst of a sugary note. It's like a sugary rose with some musk, and then that pear is really sharp and fresh and really pretty. If you love Chance Eau Tendre, then you're going to love Irresistible. Now the next perfume I have gives me that Chance Eau Tendre vibe. It's very feminine, it's pretty, it's delicate, a little bit more floral. The perfume I have is L'Or à la Rose, and this is by Francis Kurt Dijon. This perfume is a blend of pear, lychee, rose and violet. So the notes are fairly different to this one here, but it just gives that same vibe. If you love roses, then I would definitely recommend this. L'Eau à la Rose is a blend of two types of roses. You have damask rose, you have grass rose. There's also a blend of peony in here as well, with some violet. And this dries down to musk, but this opens up with pear and lychee. I would say they are similar because it gives you that vibe, and it is more fresh, this one here. This one has a freshness to it for sure, but this is extremely rosy. It's rosy and you pick up lots of violet, and it dries down to a musky rose with violet, but I receive a lot of lychee and pear in this one, and that's why I find these two a little bit similar, because this has the quince and this one has the pear. And I think this one's a little bit more fresh and a little bit more green in comparison, because of the notes of the lychee. It adds this sort of fruity, tart, sweet, sparkling note to the fragrance as well. But this is really pretty. Again, a dainty, soft perfume. This fragrance is going to sit fairly close to your skin as well. It's not a beast mode fragrance, but the fragrance is present. It does last, and it just gives you that girly feel. This could be a weekend scent. You're getting your nails done, you're going to see your girlfriends, you're visiting family. It's a beautiful fragrance, but you can dress this up if you are a rose lover. I recommend L'Eau if you are a big fan of rose. If you love Chance Eau Tendre, then you're going to love Blooming Bouquet. The version I have here is a 2023 release, and this perfume is a blend of sweet pea and bergamot in the opening. You have a heart of peony and rose, and in the dry down is musk. Blooming Bouquet and Chance are similar because they open up with that citrus note. We have the bergamot in the Blooming Bouquet, and we have grapefruit in Chance Eau Tendre. And the heart is based all on the floral, so you have the peony in here and the rose, and they both dry down to musk. Here we have only the jasmine and hyacinth in the heart. So they're similar in that sense. Now, this is a new version. It opens up with the sweet pea now. So it's a little bit sweeter, and it's really fresh and soft. And I feel like these both perform in a similar way. Not that they smell alike, but it has a similar style, as it's a light, delicate perfume, suitable to wear on your wedding day, suitable to have as your everyday fragrance as well. It makes a really good daytime perfume. And also you could wear this in the office as well. Yeah, it's really pretty, it's soft, it's a little bit fresh. This one, however, is going to last a lot less than the Chance Eau Tendre. On my skin, Blooming Bouquet would give me up to 3 hours, and I would say anything between 2 to 3 hours, and it fades quite quickly. So this perfume is very fleeting in my opinion, and my Chance Eau Tendre is more long lasting. It is a softer perfume, but it lasts longer, and I would receive anything from 4 hours with this perfume that radiates this really nice scent bubble. And then on the dry down, this is going to last on my skin for up to 8 to 10 hours. If I raise my skin up, I'm going to smell the perfume and it's still lingering on my skin. So Blooming Bouquet is a good match if you like Chance Eau Tendre and you're looking for an alternative to wear. I do recommend this perfume as it's light, so it gives you that same feel as Chance Eau Tendre. It's delicate, it's highly feminine, and it makes a great daytime scent. You can wear it in the office. It's really pretty and fresh. It's more on the fresh side. If you like Chance Eau Tendre, you are going to love Delina La Rosée. Delina La Rosée is a watery take on beautiful florals. And you have some musk, you have lychee, you have pear in here, and it's really beautiful, a beautiful fragrance. And I feel like if you love how delicate and how soft Chance Eau Tendre is, you're going to love Delina La Rosée. They are very similar if you're looking for an alternative. If you want something that is similar to this perfume, so it's delicate, it's fresh, you're going to receive lots of compliments, and it's feminine, then this version gives you that beautiful watery feel, but this perfume is still quite intense. La Rosée is very refined. It's a beautiful combination of the bergamot. There's a lychee, musk, there's woods, there's rose in here, and it has some watery notes, so it gives it this fresh invigorating, aquatic-like feel to all of those florals. It's not a dense, heavy floral, it's a light floral. I feel like because of that note, it's very similar to this perfume here, where it gives you that airy feel. However, I find my Chance Eau Tendre to be more powdery, musky, a little bit citrusy. Delina La Rosée really focuses on that watery version of the flowers, the lychee, there's musk and woods in here. This one opens up with quince, and Delina is your pear, lychee and bergamot. In the heart you have your peony, you have your Turkish rose in Delina, you have some watery notes and some floral notes, and here we just have the jasmine in this perfume. But it's the dry down, it's the base notes where they are very similar. You have musk and cedar, and Delina La Rosée, you also have musk and woods, and in addition to that, there's some vetiver in here as well. The style of both fragrances are very similar in terms of how they open up with the fruit and the heart of the florals. But of course, Delina La Rosée is much more floral and watery, a little bit more refined, I would say. Chanel I find is refined, but still quite delicate and soft. But this one packs a punch in a watery way, if that makes sense as well. It's kind of like hard to describe something that is strong, but still watery at the same time. But I do receive really good wear on this perfume, and this is something I wear on a very hot day. It just smells refreshing and cooling, but it does have that very similar style to Chance Eau Tendre. So these two, if you're looking for an alternative, I do recommend Delina La Rosée. The next perfume I have is one I'm really excited about, because out of my whole collection, I feel like this perfume is a dupe for Chance Eau Tendre and only the EDT version. This one is so pretty and I just love it. It's one of my favorite perfumes. If you love Chance Eau Tendre, then you're going to love Bouquet de Rencry. Now, guys, this perfume, these two are perfect dupes. They smell almost identical and they perform in a similar way. So Bouquet de Rencry opens up with pear and strawberry notes. In the heart you have the jasmine and rose, but what's special about this version here is that it settles down to musk and amber and cedar. Because of the dry down and even the opening, this perfume is extremely similar to Chance Eau Tendre. They both carry the cedar, amber and musk in the dry down. They both open up quite fresh. So again, we have pear in this perfume with some cassis, and I think the cassis in this fragrance adds a little bit of like a green darkness to the perfume that almost mimics the grapefruit note that you would find in Chance Eau Tendre, making them very similar. They both have the floral heart of jasmine, but in addition to the jasmine, we do have some rose in here as well. So this again performs extremely similar to Chance Eau Tendre. However, I feel like Chance Eau Tendre is much more stronger. You're going to receive better projection. It's more long lasting as well, in the sense that you can smell it for longer. Whereas my Bouquet de Rencry, you can smell this fragrance, it's stunning. It's going to last on your skin for about 6 hours, but I feel like it's not as strong in the opening. Bouquet de Rencry is really feminine, it's beautiful, and I feel like the way how the fragrance performs, it's almost like the juice of this fragrance. It's delicate, it's light, it's a very like girly pink color, and that's how it performs. It's very soft. It's a subtle fragrance that will last you, but you don't get that punch throughout the day. And this one I do top up quite a bit, and I like to spray this when I'm at home, after a shower, or if I'm doing like daytime activities, then this is the perfume I would wear. You could wear this if you worked closely with people. You could also wear this perfume in the office as well, but it's a very delicate scent. It's not extremely long lasting in my opinion, but it's still beautiful. But this is the dupe to Chance Eau Tendre. They both smell extremely similar, or in my opinion, more or less the same. But this one I think is more powdery and softer. Oh God, so nice. I love this one. If you spray them side by side, they are almost identical. So these are all the alternatives I have to my Chance Eau Tendre. Let me know if you have any perfumes to add to my list, and let me know, let's get chatting in the comments. Let me know what you think of this perfume. Are you a fan of Chance? And are you looking for dupes as well that's very similar to this perfume? Another fragrance to add to your list if you were searching for a more budget-friendly version of Chance Eau Tendre, then I would check out Apple Juice by Zara. This fragrance I have tried so many times. I was thinking of adding it to my collection, but I might do that a bit later on. However, when I try this fragrance, it smells just like this perfume, probably less refined, but it's a dupe for sure. And I'm going to read the notes for you guys. So it opens up with some apple, grapefruit and orange. You have peony, rose, jasmine, violet, and the dry down is very similar once again. You have musk, sandalwood and cedar. So instead of the amber and the iris, they've given you violet instead. Lots of rose, peony notes and some sandalwood. And then you have the grapefruit, which you already have in the Chance Eau Tendre, and the apple and orange. I feel like the addition of apple gives it that pear-like note as well. This is a really good dupe. I would say check out all of these fragrances that I've mentioned today and let me know down below in the comments what you think of the range that I have. I would love to know if you have any more perfumes that you feel like it gives the same or similar vibe to Chance Eau Tendre, then please let me know. Leave some comments down below. I am a huge fan. As you guys know, I always talk about this fragrance, and I think, you know, on a yearly basis, I'm always going through my entire collection. I'm going to go through items I have recently added to my Chance Eau Tendre collection as an update for you guys. Stay tuned for that, and thank you guys so much for bringing me to over 8,000 subscribers. I am so grateful. You don't understand, for being on this journey with me and helping me to grow. So I thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. If you have any ideas or you'd like me to film something in particular, then leave me a comment down below. As you know, my channel is all about femininity and fragrances. I talk about perfumes mainly. So anything about femininity that you would like me to discuss, then drop me a comment down below and I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.